Prepare yourself for invasion. This is Indie Invasion.
Oh, you guys caught me in the middle of a sip of some really super hot coffee. What's up, invaders? This is Eric. Welcome into Saturday Night Hobby Hangout. Paint on the desk. I see people are here already. Welcome in, Mike. Howdy, howdy. And yeah, we're doing another Saturday Night Hobby Hangout. Working on that shelf of opportunity. I wanted to say shelf of shame, but no. It is a shelf of opportunity. So if you guys are working on stuff, let me know what you guys are working on tonight. If you're joining me tonight live in the stream, and we're going to try and get some stuff done tonight. I am going to it's a hodgepodge tonight of Painter's Delight. I got a little bit of everything, but I did manage to prime up. If you could see that little creepy guy right there. Some minis I got for the board game, The Thing. I couldn't resist. I don't have the board game, but I saw these minis and I was like, man, I got to get those. Those look cool. A little bit of business, if you guys could, if you're joining us for the first time or if you haven't done it yet, if you could give us a follow, like, subscribe on one of the platforms we're streaming to, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. We'd really appreciate that. Helps the numbers, helps other people see the show. So if you could, that would be great. And if you don't know about our Thursday night shorts show, we like to call it the fastest 30 minutes in gaming. Every Thursday night, me and Max stream a show about some kind of topic in tabletop gaming, whether it's paint. We've been talking a lot about paint lately, or maybe it's a new game that we'd like to share with you guys. So if you guys haven't checked that out, check that out. All right. Well, we got that out of the way, guys. Yeah, tonight we're going to do just a little bit of everything tonight, I think. I have, like I mentioned, if you're just jumping in right now, I did manage to get minis for this board game. You see the one guy on the stand right there, but I couldn't resist these. It's one of my favorite John Carpenter movies, The Thing. Having minis of The Thing, the alien from that movie, is pretty cool. Since I got into the speed paint, it kind of opened up ideas in my head about painting up some of these cool minis I have for my board games. Like, I think you can see it back there. I dug out my Evil Dead board game that, if you guys know anything about this board game, it was a fiasco on Kickstarter. The original people that put it together, they basically took money and then didn't produce anything. And then Jasco got hold of the rights, so they did another one and put some out. Anyway, long story short, big part of getting it was the minis. I wanted some Deadite minis. I wanted Ash minis, Evil Ash, all that stuff. So I've been looking at painting those, as well as a ton of the minis that came in Zombicide. I'd love to get some of those painted up and use them in different games. And man, just about any CMON Come On game that has those excellent detail minis. I've been looking at getting these painted now, just because of the ease that I have in my toolbox of paints now with speed paints. I think I make it a lot easier to get that stuff to the table. Not sure what game systems I'll use it, but I'm sure I can find something. There's a lot of indie games that me and Mac look at on Indie Invasion that are agnostic. And even if not, some of the older games that you can't even get minis for anymore, just use them in those games, sub them in type of thing. So let's see. We got a comment here from Benji. Welcome in, Benji. Marvel United is a huge hit at his house, he says. Have I played it? Have I played it? I have, Benji. I kind of giggle at that because I have everything. I did miss the first Kickstarter for that. Managed to get the core game in retail. And then when they had the second one, I kind of went all in and then got the stuff I missed from the first one. So yeah, it's a fantastic game. Just talking about painting minis for board games. I've been looking at those ones. Now they're chibi. So I don't think I've ever painted a chibi mini, but after seeing stuff online on Facebook and stuff of people painting these things, they look really cool. Now I'm a little paranoid about getting them to that level that I've seen online, but then again, you won't know unless you try, right? So I'm willing to throw my hat into that and try and paint some of them. I think it would add to the game. Let's see, we got a comment from Mike Schaefer here. Welcome in, Mike. Working on all the minis for Barnacle Bay board game with 2 other players. That's very cool. I think I got that. I think I was gonna back that when it was on Kickstarter just because of the minis. I thought it looked kind of neat with the animal. I don't even know how you say that. Animal people. Let's put it that way. And the minis look pretty neat. They remind me of Burrows and Badgers type of thing. You just got pirates, right? That's cool, Mike. That's very cool. I'll have to take a look at those, and because I think there's a lot of cool board games out there that have, a lot of people complain these board games, may or may not be very good, but they get you with the cool minis. And it's like, you got all these minis that you could use for skirmish games and tabletop games that D&D. You could use half of these, like Barnacle Bay would be good D&D figures. And I think it would be great for kids too, to use minis. And I think they would add so much to the actual board game if they are painted too. Even if it was just a wash, I think it would be cool to add. Let's see, what else is... Benji says that Marvel United has a fantastic campaign. They're using them to teach his 9-year-old how to paint. Very cool, Benji. I've seen... I don't know if this is the same thing. I've seen some people, one of the fans on their Facebook group, they posted some kind of like a big poster they made up that's kind of like got your little chart system of you fight this guy and then you go next and next and next. I don't know if that's the same thing you're talking about, Benji, but that looked pretty cool to work through all the content they have for that game. I think it's a really neat idea. I've been wanting to kind of print it out, maybe force myself to play through all that stuff. Because I know me, I'll just use the same characters over and over again, which I kind of do already. I usually play at least like 2 characters, just myself. That way we have more characters interacting with the villain. Oh, that is it? Okay, cool, Benji. I'll have to check that out. One of these days, I'll probably just print it out on just a regular piece of paper. I don't need a big poster, even though that would be kind of cool to put a little pin in there that, yeah, I beat that guy. All right. Well, like I said, I was going to work on some stuff. I still have stuff on my table from the last week. When I kind of just was doing a lot of experimenting with the speed paint, the new Army Painter speed paint. And I got a little bit more done during the week. I was kind of trying to not work on it. I'd like to try and save stuff for when I get on here with you guys to work on it so you can kind of see the progression. I don't want, to start at one stream and then the next stream it's like pretty much done, because then you guys don't get to see the process. So I did got ready some new minis for tonight that I can jump into and start. And I mean, this stuff takes a while to dry, so I'll probably be jumping around a lot trying to finish these other ones, because some of the other ones are at that point where I can start doing your standard painting and layering it and stuff, because the color choices are a little limited. I mean, I know I'll be waiting for speed paint to dry, but I mean, they are a little limited, so I got some different colors, or I may want to do some mixing of tones and stuff. So I'll jump around a little bit, I think. So let's see. So let's do some switching around. I've been yapping a little bit enough here, and we'll dive into it. looking at our time. It's already been 15 minutes, guys. I usually like to do these for about 2 hours. I usually don't finish completely what I've been working on for the night, and that's okay. It's still progress. A big reason that I started doing these streams on a regular basis, because it gets me to sit down here and actually get some paint on the brush and on the minis. So I'm hoping me streaming, even if you guys are just watching, it motivates you guys to get some paint on those minis too. So we will do some switching around here. I got to turn on some stuff. So we'll turn that. Make sure it's building here. Okay, that's right. Huh. I cannot hear it. That is very weird. I can switch that though, at least. And yeah, there's one of the aliens right there, guys. Oh, let me check something. Okay, so you guys can hear the background music. For some reason, I cannot. And I'm not sure why. I gotta check my audio settings here. There we go. Very strange. I just had to turn it off, turn it on, like they say with some computers. All right. Little technical difficulties there. You can never go without it, right? I'm gonna turn the comments back on so I can see you guys asking questions. If you have questions about what I'm doing or what I think, just fire them away at me. Hopefully I'll see it in a timely manner for you guys. But yeah, this is just one of the guys I got ready, which basically I primed them black, and then I did 3 steps of highlighting on him. I did a gray, and then I did kind of an extreme white on him. Let me move some stuff around here. So yeah, I don't know if you can really tell the grays there, but it's there. It's underneath. And then I did do this big nasty guy, which was like the final form, I guess, of the thing combined with dogs and humans. And yeah, this one I liked how it turned out highlighting. So and then this one was just a little, when it first started mutating from the sled dogs, the huskies. And then of course this one's small, so I don't know if you're going to be able to see it very good. But this was when it was Burke, I believe was the scientist's name. When his head like pulled off the body and it turned into a spider. Man, that is so small, it's not going to focus on it. So you can't see the detail. If you hold it this way, you can see the face. Yeah, it's upside down head. And yeah, that was just grotesque in the movie. So that's what I got to start with. Besides, I got some Shadespire dwarfs, and I still got zombies here, and I did throw some paint on this guy and the tentacles, and I did do a little bit of work for this Cassandra Nova for Marvel Crisis Protocol. I didn't do her pants because I don't like any of the speed paint colors. I'm actually going to just use my regular paint for that. I got a nice khaki color that I can use. And then, of course, I have a twisted model here that I'd like to start. This is Dorothy. Did I move her box? I think I moved her box. But yeah, I'd like to put down some colors on her. She's been sitting in the bin for a while now. But yeah, we'll go ahead and just dive right in and start painting. And I'm gonna start off with these alien guys because I've had these guys for about 2 weeks now, and I've been kind of really holding off painting them, working on them, starting them. And they look really cool. I'm probably gonna use them in Don't Look Back game as in place of, I think they're called the Grays. They have aliens in there, and I think that one has rules for the multiple monsters. So I may just use these in place of the aliens they have for that expansion. Oh man, that coffee is still super hot. So, well, colors. So I got to think about colors for these guys. Now, I was trying to think of what colors to use, like probably a skin tone for sure. And then let's see, what else we got? I do have I got a dark purple. Which one is it? There's a light purple. I just gotta find it. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. That I thought would be a good color to go along with a flesh. Probably do some reds. I don't know how dark of a red I want though. I don't want to go super red. Slaughter red might be a little bit too dark. I do have blood red, which I don't know if that's the one I used on that guy, but it doesn't look as dark. But I'm going to start with the little guy because I know, that being a face, it'll be probably pretty easy to do. And also I can always, once it's dry, go back in with some of my washes and add different tones to it if I want. I don't think I'll bloody them up too much. I don't want it to be too bloody. I think that'll take away from some of it. But let's start that. I gotta switch my palette here. This is my regular paint palette. I've been using a newer one. Not that it looks new, but cleaner. Let's put it that way. It's cleaner. Yeah, I think eventually I was talking about board games. My goal is to start working through all those Zombicide minis. I have so many zombie minis now because of that board game with all the different editions, I guess you'd call it, that came out. I can use those in so many different tabletop skirmish games that are out there. There's a ton of zombie ones. So Country Road Z is the newest one that we've been looking at. Ragers, I think, is another one. Ash Barker's zombie game by Offspring is another good one. So there's a lot of zombie games out there that I could use those minis in. All right, let's dive into it. So I got some water next to me. It's on the other side of that I usually have. I usually have it over here, but it always seems to get in the way right there. So Let's see, I gotta actually hold this thing upside down so I can see the face better. Hard to see upside down. It's really hard to tell what's what. Now I might come back too and do a second layer on here just to make it a little stronger. You know what? I'm going to do the legs too with this flesh tone. Why not? It's coming out of the head, right? I'm using the Army Painter paintbrush that came with the set. It's pretty good size. It holds a good amount of paint on here. It's called, what size is this? It's just called Monster, Wargamer Monster. It's a good size. Like I said, it holds quite a bit of pigment inside it, which is what I like. I really like that. Where did I put that? I'm going to use a little bit of this on his legs now. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do a little bit of drops. And I think I'm going to mix it with some of the flesh tone here. And actually, let me put a little bit of water in there to thin it. I don't know what it's going to look like. That's not bad. I think I could have highlighted this a little bit more. Get these the colors to show up better. I think I went a little bit dark, but yeah, it's a learning process. Like I said, once this dries, I can come back in and do another layer or to make it stronger. So I'm not overly concerned by it. Let that sit and dry a bit before I even do like his hair. I think I'll probably do the hair. What is it? There's a leather, a light brown that's really good. Oh, I better be careful. I went to grab my coffee and almost grabbed my paint water. That would not have tasted good. Okay. Well, I can move on to one of these other creepy guys. I want to do the other small one. I'll use the small ones as my testers. Now, I'm not very sure how to do this dog because it is a dog. They were huskies. Now I'm thinking flesh tone, and then maybe some of this reddish. I don't know. I was trying to think of this earlier today of what exactly colors do I want to start with for a husky that's being mutated here, you know? I guess I could have probably used like a gray, since dogs, their skin tone matches pretty much what their hair color is. Hmm. Like to kind of change up the colors a little bit. Just give it a little bit more depth if I do that. Maybe I will grab, let's grab, I want it to have a little bit of color, not just a gray. So I think what I'm going to do is, they got like a sky blue, is it? No, it's called Runic Gray is what I want. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. Try a little bit of this one. Just because I don't know. Let's try it, right? See what it does. If it adds a little bit of blue, that's cool. I mean, it may mix with some of the other colors I got on there, but that's okay. Yeah, I kind of like that actually. Mixing it up a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of blending a little bit, but that's cool. I don't know if he's gonna show up. There we go. Could probably go a little bit darker, but I think what I'll do, if once it dries, I might add some more flesh tone, maybe some of this bluish. I can always use my washes to get it a little bit deeper. All right, let's go to this guy now. Look how fast this stuff is speeding me up. I like kind of just plopping it on there, letting it mix and kind of do its thing. It's very organic in that sense. Let's see if I can avoid getting this in his mouth because his teeth are already white. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it though. You know what? I'm going to have to put him on a stand. My Pete stand holder. Looks like there's a face there. It's got some arms sticking out here. Kind of hard telling what the heck is going on in this hot mess of flesh. But once I start to get the colors down, it's like, oh, okay, I see what's going on there. That stuff kind of hard to tell what it is. I mean, some of this looks like it's bone actually on here. And my light's really washing out the nice tones I have here. Man, I'm running out of flesh tones already. I don't think I put enough down. little bit of flesh down here on the base here and there, because I'm gonna try and I'll fill it in a little bit with kind of that mix that I did of that with some of this flesh tone, a little more red. See what it does. It's either way, it's gonna mix with the flesh, which is okay. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to add a little bit of this. Help separate those a little bit. Yeah, they got a really nice bone speed paint that I just thought of that I'm going to use on this. That'll look nice in some of these spots. Oh, let's see. You know what? I kind of want to use orange. I want to give them some orange hair. Because I think that'll stand out good against some of this, all this tone, flesh tones. I mean, I can't remember what the actor's hair tone was in the movie, so I'll just do this. All right, see if he'll cooperate and focus. All right, there you can see the orange hair, and it's getting nice highlighted there. And I can see a spot I missed right there. I can always come back and add more. I want to let it dry before I do that bone a little bit. It's pretty gruesome now that it's got colors on it. And I don't think it has to be like, you know, pro painter quality to just, I want to just get it on the board, you know. Almost grabbing paint water again. Now this guy, he's a little big for that, so I might have to hold him by hand. All right, I need to refill my little areas here. So there's some flesh. I'll go ahead and put down some runic gray now. This big guy is just a mix of all the different animals that were absorbed in the movie, and yeah, it's pretty gruesome looking here. I mean, I see a dog right there. And I'll probably combine a little bit of, put a little bit of flesh in there. Just to kind of blend it. Okay, I see a human face here. Right there. Looks like a human arm, so we'll do this. I think I'm going to go back and add a little bit of that gray there and probably a little bit here. And kind of try to blend it together. And it kind of looks like a little bit of human and unhuman, dog, whatever. So let me get some of that runic gray. Let's put a little bit right there. Runic gray is kind of mixing with the flesh and giving me like a darker brown, which is kind of neat. I need some flesh already. Crusader skin. It went fast. This guy's a big guy, so. You know, I did see a little bit of hair, so let's add a little bit of this orange there. I don't have a whole lot left, so I might have to come back in and do that again when it's a little drier, because it's almost blending too much. Nice thing, this thing is just such a hot mess of flesh. You can kind of just put it on there and it's probably going to look okay. Let's see. Let's do a little bit there. Do a little bit there. Put a little bit in the mouth. I think what I'm going to do is get that other color, that little kind of purple that I was using. Put that on here, maybe mix it with a little bit of that flesh. It'll probably bleed all together, but that's okay. Not too concerned by it. I'll come back and do a dry brush of white if I have to. And I'm probably going to do some more anyway. Color-wise, some washes just to maybe make some certain areas stronger and help separate some of the areas. How about this thing coming out of his hand? Like some kind of weird tentacle. That's pretty terrifying looking. I just saw a spot moving that around. I'll put a little bit of red in there. So about 50 minutes to do all 4 of these. Now, granted, they're not 100% done, but I mean, look at that. It's kind of a good mix of flesh tones, and I mean, my light is kind of washing these out. So I think in person it looks better. I think it looks pretty cool. A lot of my paint ran all the way down, so I'm trying to bring it up, soak it up a little bit. I put so much on there. And I might do, I think, I got a hair dryer over here. I'm going to hit this with the hair dryer. There, that helped. It was so drippy, soppy wet. Hit it with the hair dryer a little bit. Help dry it up a little bit. Man, this thing, I like how it's turning out. It's just disgusting. Now, he looks pretty good. He's got some drying. I should probably have hit him, but that's all right. You know what? I could probably go back and do that orange on this hair here. Because he was the first guy I did, so he's a little drier. Just go whoop. hard to tell what's what, this guy. Okay, he's got some hair. Right there. Hard to see through these legs. But it helps see the head that's there now. Oh, there it is. Adding a little bit more blue to this one. Should probably add some more of that. This one. Probably gonna have to let these dry overnight, really. Or when it's kind of dry, hit it with a clear coat to stop it from kind of reactivating when I add more wet. All right, we've been going an hour, guys. Coffee break. We'll take a sip here. Okay. So, what's everybody doing right now? How's it going? I'll check in with everybody. Look if there's no new comments. You guys are awful quiet tonight. Working, I hope, on stuff. Okay, well, I suppose I can push these guys off. I'll let them dry a little bit. I gotta find her box. I don't know what I did with it for. Oh, there it is. I buried it. To see what colors they have in the box art for her. Now, this is supposed to be Dorothy. Oh, they got lots of brown and blue on her. I am not exactly sure what color I want to do stuff here. Everything kind of looks brown on her. Well, I see a Toto. Was Toto black or brown? I don't. She looks brown in the picture. Here you go, Mac. If you're watching, I'm doing a twisted model. And you're missing it. I'm just going to throw down a couple colors real quick just to see. I feel like then I got some paint down, you know. You know, I'm looking at this. This looks like a robot dog. It's hard to tell until I get some colors on. So I may end up coming back and repainting this a little bit. But like I said, I kind of want to get some colors on it just so I can see what's going on. Yeah, it looks like a little robot dog. Which one did I do? The leather. Let's see. Well, I can do this stuff here. Wow, there's all kinds of gears and stuff on her. Almost too much detail for her. Now, there was a cool color to use for this basket. Sand. I'm going to use sand on it. I'm kind of thinking I want to make it pretty darn close to Dorothy from Wizard of Oz colors. So let's do that. Oops. I think I did the wrong color there. I dipped in the wrong thing. I soak it up. I think that's the one I want. Man, I don't even know now. I put paint down and I don't even know which one it is. I don't think that's it either. You know what? I'm going to just start over then. Maybe it was that first one. I think it was. Man, I can't tell what some of this stuff is on her. Really hard to tell. I can do the butt of a rifle here, since I got that color out anyway. I like that. All right. I'm thinking kind of thinking a light blue. She had a light blue in the movie, so been many, many years since I've seen that movie, but let's see. What do we got here? Well, let's try this magic blue. Hopefully it's not too blue. I think this is the same color I used on some pants and stuff earlier. When I was doing some of those other guys. Let's see. Yeah, this is the kind of model that with all these folds on her dress will look pretty good, actually. Just trying to keep it off her ruffles there. Let's see. She's got her coat on, so I just got to do her corset here and it's hard to tell where the coat's going. That looks right. Kind of mixing a little bit down there with the yellowy brown I put on the basket, and it's kind of turning it green, which means it's kind of mixed a little bit. You can see right by her thigh, kind of mixed there. So I probably won't mess with the coat until this is good and dry. I'm trying to soak it up right now. I'm going to use a big one because I can reapply it if it's dry. Yeah, I'll just come back in when it's drier. I'm not exactly sure what to do the inside of this dress here. And do I do it this blue? Yeah, that's what it's doing. I'll do a little bit of it. A lot of it collected right there. Let's see if I can dab it and get it out of there. Kind of a darker blue, a little darker than I would have wanted, but could. Soak some of it up with this brush. Pull some of it off. Seems to be making it a little bit lighter. I can come back in here and get it with another color. I need to look at it and figure out, okay, what pieces am I going to make copper color, bronze, all that stuff? Because this is all steampunk. Thank you for the thumbs up, Drew. I just saw that you gave us a thumbs up. Appreciate that. Well, let's add a little bit of this blue to her hat, I guess. Make the hat match the dress, right? Probably going to do her hair black, so not too concerned about getting this color on her hair. I'm more concerned about her face. I mean, I'm using a thin brush, but man, sometimes this stuff gets away from you. Kind of looks like she's got a top hat on, actually. Some modern Victorian woman. She can wear a top hat. Can't tell where the flowers start and end on her hat there. So I'll just do most of it this color and hope for the best. There we go. That's not too bad. Yeah, look at all that stuff that it's like, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking, because she's kind of wearing a duster coat. I'm kind of thinking, I don't want to go too dark brown. I'm thinking a khaki color almost. Thinking of all those roses, the basket. I'll do them like a red, like the red roses from the. Oh, what was the scene in the movie when they were going to Oz and they ran through the field of roses that puts them to sleep? I think that'd be a nice little tie-in. Yeah, look at all that stuff back there. I don't know if you can see it. There's a watch. There's some gears and cylinders and hoses and wow. Yeah, I got to figure out what the heck do I want to paint all that. But I like the blue of the dress. It's kind of nice. I'll keep the ruffles of white. Do a little touch up there. I got a little bit of brown or something on there. It's a start for Dorothy. I was going to do some regular painting too, so let's go ahead and bust out khaki because that's what I want to use on here. Let's see, gotta find it. I actually just put a bunch of my paint away, so there it is. Found it. All right, so we're gonna put this one aside. Go back to my regular paint palette. Do you think I need to clean it? I mean, this one right here, I actually managed to get cleaned out, and it just pulled right out all the paint. I like having it like that because then it's like I can remember, oh yeah, these colors mix like this. All right, so I need to switch to like a regular brush here. Let's use. Man, these brushes are already going on me. It's crazy. Try that one and that one. Some more water in there so it flows better. Put her in the holder so easier to hold on to her. See if I can get around this coat. Yeah, I got it. And I didn't get any on the coat. Now this right here, what I'll do probably is just use a straight wash to get those details of the pants out, the wrinkles and stuff. And I could use the speed paint because it, you know, it's a transparency still, and it may actually work better. I don't know. I don't want to get out of practice of using my washes though. Washes just won't. They'll do like your shat. They'll basically do everything. They won't give you a highlight like the speed paint though. So I don't know. I already achieved my goal for tonight was to paint those cool aliens for the thing. They're not totally done, but what I say? It was about 50 minutes and pretty much got them done enough that these could be used on a board. Of course, I like to go back and add more depth using washes and stuff like that, so that's what I'm going to do. But you don't need to. I mean, they're good to go just like they are. Oh boy, I can't get in there. Trying to get in here to get her inner thigh, and it's tight. I think I got all of her pants there. All right. Okay. I'm going to do something. I'm going to do a base coat that later I'm going to do a speed paint on. I'm going to do this little, whatever, this little explosion launch thing she's doing. I am going to do that in a super bright yellow green. I mean, look how bright this sucker is. And then when I go into it, I'll do like a dark green. Let's turn that around. Oh man, I forgot how bright this sucker is. I don't want to use this brush. This brush is a detail brush. I need something a little bit bigger. Let's use this one. All right, ready for how bright this is? Bam. I mean, on the screen, it looks yellow. I probably could have mixed a little bit of green with this, but let me just do this first, see how, once it's dried, what it looks like, because this will dry quick. might take a little drop of green just to make it a little bit greener. I mean, that's very yellow looking. Let me get some green. Just a base green. Just to see if I can get it a little bit greener. Because that's pretty yellow. Yeah, I like this better. Let's see what it looks like here. That's a little more of the green I think I wanted. So I'll just repaint that. Let it dry a little bit, I guess. Doing this makes me feel like I'm going to have quite a bit done tonight. I mean, the speed paints are nice to get me kick-started, and then I can go in here and certain areas I want a certain color, I can just do regular acrylic painting. I guess you'd want to call it acrylic painting or my base coat painting. Well, I was going to say to Mac, if you're watching, I hope you're taking pictures of your Necromunda old school game. I'd like to see some pictures. I'm sure everybody else would too. That's your reminder. Take some pictures. Mac is, I don't know if he said he started it this weekend or if it was last weekend he started it. They're doing a campaign for old school Necromunda. Oops. A little overzealous there. Got some paint on a boot. There we go. Which is kind of cool. Kind of doing some streaking here with the paint. It was still a little wet, but so I figured I'm gonna try something. And I still got this dark green here. I want to try something. Just doing some wet blending and mixing here. That was too much. I didn't want that much. Putting it kind of I got it very, very watered down. I'm kind of just, in a way, using it like a wash. You know what? I'm going to leave it. Because I said I was going to do some speed paint on that. It's probably be better anyway, more controllable. Okay, put the grains away. Get them out of the way. If I can get Cassandra to focus here. There she goes. If you guys don't know who this character is, Cassandra Nova is, just to give you a little X-Men trivia, she is the twin of Charles Xavier. From what I remember, the story was that Charles, when they were both in the womb, kind of pushed her aside so one of them could survive. Now, I don't remember how she survived, but that's who she's supposed to be. And she was a crazy psychopath in the comics, so she was not very nice. Okay, next color. I'm going to do this base, I think. Get some kind of color on it. Like I said, getting some paints down, cover up that primer color. Makes me feel like I got something done. So let's do a little bit of gray here. I like using this filthy suit gray. It's a nice in-between gray to use. Hopefully I put a bunch out there. Oh man, I had a big old dried hunk. That was the problem. I like using it. It's a good concrete rock tone, being in the middle there. It's not too dark. It's not, too light. I usually come back in with a dark wash, like null oil or something, to get all those cracks and crevices to come out. And then I like to do a highlight of a lighter gray or even white. And I got rubble here. What I usually do with that, I have it's an airbrush color that's actually called concrete, but it's got quite a bit of brown, a tan mixed in with the gray, so it's not quite gray. It's good for rubble. I don't know if I put enough down paint here, but that's okay. I can do a second coat. I think thinned it out just too much with the water when I was trying to mix it up and make it even. I made it too thin. I'll just add a second coat probably though. Or maybe I won't. Like I said, I'm going to come back in with a wash and a dry brush, so don't know if it really all that matters that much. as I put my finger right on the paint. Jeez. Oops. Yeah, I've had a lot of these Marvel Crisis Protocol guys done up for a while, so the last week or two I've been trying to finish them up, get them off my desk. I just finished up Mystique not that long ago, and I finished up Cyclops today. I might have to do a little bit more highlighting on him, but I'll show you guys. Let me put her down for a second. Yeah, I need to put the clear coat on Mystique. So there's Mystique. I mean, you can see the base. That was the same color that I was just putting down, but I did a lot of highlighting and washes. And then Cyclops, I didn't really do too much to him today. I just added some washes a little bit to him with his wristbands that he's got there. His base is pretty much done. I just need to look to see if I want to highlight any of his, like his shoulders and his thighs. Maybe his head needs a little bit of highlighting, but then again, I think he's table ready. So but yeah, and I gotta finish Wolverine, Beast. I have an Agent Carter model I got off of Etsy. Looks like I washed her already. She just needs another, like a dry brush coat. Yeah, I washed. I gave her a wash. Yeah, she needs a highlight, and that's about it. Clean up some of the edges. Then I got Scarlet Witch over here. I got Storm still. Both of them kind of look like a pain because their bases have like some kind of floating element that I got to hang them on. I don't know what color to make this cane. I think, do I got like a, well, I don't know, like a cool gray or something, or a blue gray, like a Space Wolf's gray. Oh, I think I do. Shadow gray. I don't know if this is any good looking at this. I probably have a different shadow gray like that. Yeah, I do. I got a dark gray blue. It's pretty much the exact same thing. So I can get rid of that dried one. And use this one. I just need a little bit. So let's put this a dollop right there. Hopefully I mixed it good. I didn't really shake it very long. I'm probably gonna have to switch brushes. This is some detail work that this brush is not really in any shape to do. So let me switch that. Go back to my super detail brush. Because I could do the top part of her cane here. I wonder what I should do to the very end of it, the ball on the end. Silver, or should I do like a gold? What do they have in the box? Looks like it's a brass. I could do that. There's where I knew I didn't get it all. All right, there's that. Put that back. And let's see. Let's see. Light bronze. Do I want a light bronze? I got white gold. I don't know. We'll go with light bronze. And did I even open this bronze? Doesn't look like I've even. Nope, I did not even use this. All right. Well, I will go with this brass that I already have open. It's a kind of a cool color. A little bit of a red to it. This color almost took over for my copper paint that I got by Vallejo. I mean, it's a little dark, but usually what I do is I take the gold to it for a highlight. And then I'll use like a dark wash for the shadows to knock that back down. Missed a little spot right there on the back that you hard to see. Yeah, I might use a bright gold on that. It'll make it pop. See if I can get it. Yeah, there we go. Come on, focus. There we go. You guys can see the base and the green, and it looks a little streaky, but that's okay. I kind of like it like that. I'll move this paint before I dump it. So yeah, that was this layer color by Citadel, Brass Scorpion. Cool color. It's a cool start if you're doing like a copper color or just plain brass. A lot of times I'll either go back with a bright bronze or even a gold for a highlight. And that's a current color that they have for GW paints, Citadel paints, whatever it's called. All right, well, let's put Cassandra. I did not get to the dwarf guys tonight. I did a little bit of that, a little bit of that. I mean, Cassandra got quite a bit of that white covered. Some first paint done on little Dorothy from Twisted. Gotta hit the bell when we say Twisted. I'm gonna do a lot of conventional painting on her, I think, with like the copper and silver. I like using actual metallic paint. Got quite a bit, yeah, done on her. I still gotta do her belt. This rim's gonna be a dark gray, but I usually save that for last after I get my washes and dry brushing done. What else did I work on today? I didn't work on zombies. And I worked on these guys, which I think these guys turned out pretty darn good for basically about 50 minutes of work. There we go. I mean, like I said, I am going to go back, do some washes on them to push some of the shadows back more. And then once it's fully dry, I might do another layer of the speed paint. Once it's fully dry, I may actually hit it with a clear coat just to lock it in and then do another layer. See if I can get some of those skin tones a little darker. But I mean, the washes will do the same thing, the same effect, but that's more for like the shadows. I want to push the shadows back. Don't know if I want to add straight red to make, bloody mess. Wasn't really a bloody mess in the movie, so it was just, mutating. So here's a little spider face. I don't know if you guys can you see the you can see it much better now. So actually, if I turn it upside down, there you go. Now you can see the face. Wish the light wasn't so washed out on this. Let me see if I turn the light off. Is it more of a true color? It's just hard to see though. That's the problem. And let's see. And then we go up in size. This one I like because he's just kind of creepy. Because you can see his face still. If he'll focus. And I definitely would like to go back in with some more flesh tones on this one. I do have a cool bone speed paint color that I want to hit right there. That looks like ribs. And there's some other areas that look like bone, so I'm going to hit them with that just to bring some more tones into it so it's not so reddish, flesh tones. Or so pink, I guess. And then this big guy, which he don't even fit on that. I don't know why I just tried. This one, I really like how he turned out. Once I do all the washes, and then I'm going to hit it with a dry brush. I need to get I want to get a makeup brush. A lot of painters online, you see that when they do dry brushing, that's what they use. I have dry brushes specifically made for dry brushing. These ones that are made by Games and Gears. I got these at Adepticon. And they work okay, but yeah, I want to try the makeup brush. I always hear them talk about it. These ones were cool because what's neat about them is they come apart right there, and you can actually put them in here like that. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm awful close. Okay. And it's got a little hole there, so if there's moisture in there, it can escape. But then there's a nice little case that these go in for traveling. Oh, here's the case. And I already got a bunch in there. These were not cheap. I think these were, I don't know, just under $100 for a set of them. And these ones are actual hair. But yeah, if you guys are interested, check out Games and Gears for a set of brushes. Realistically, I don't think you need to go and spend a whole lot on brushes. This was a first timer for me. I I like using GW and Citadel brushes and Army Painter brushes. They're fine. Winsor Newtons, you get those a lot at the hobby stores, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, whatever hobby store is near you, and those work just fine, really. I mean, they don't last long, unfortunately. That's what a lot of these ones are. I'm a little rough on my brushes. I do clean them, but they do not last long for me. But yeah, there we go. That's some of the work we got done. I thought I would do a little bit more, but I guess 6 models, working on 6 models wasn't bad. I mean, for the most part, it was on the alien guys. That's kind of what I was excited to focus on. And I got some paint down on some primer. That's all that matters. And hopefully you guys were working on stuff and making some progress too. But let's do a little switcheroo here, guys, and go back up. And I can say goodbyes for this Saturday night of Paint on the Desk. We'll go there, switcheroo. Oh, geez, you guys are getting an eye full of light there. But thanks, guys, for joining me Saturday night, hobby time on Paint on the Desk. I do like doing these. It forces me to actually make progress on minis. I have tons of them still in the drawer, so I'm going to keep trying to knock them out. I pulled out some other ones that I didn't even get to for Twilight. Cool little game by Mike Thorpe. We've talked about this game a couple times. It's a very neat, different game with almost Fraggle Rock looking type of models. I mean, they got some big old dinosaurs, but I thought I would get to them, so that's why I pulled them out. Never did. I got regular dinosaurs sitting over here that I still got a prime for Drowned Earth that I want to paint up and use for whatever. I got some skirmish games that uses dinosaurs, so let me move this before I spill my water. But thanks you guys for joining me tonight. If you're not joining live, you can always catch our past streams on YouTube, and if you don't want to scroll through Facebook, they're on Facebook, but YouTube's a good place to find them. And even here on Twitch TV, our channel on there, I have stuff archived after, they have so long that I have to archive them. You can also go on there and rewatch stuff. But yeah, thanks for joining me. If you guys want some more content to listen to, me and Mac are always putting up the short stream that we do every Thursday night on Podbean, but you can find it on all those podcast platforms that you, whatever your pleasure is to listen to podcasts. And make sure you check us out on Facebook and all the rest of the socials. Drop us a line at indieinvasion@gmail.com if you have suggestions or questions, or, just, hey, I found out about this cool game. Did you guys hear of this? Check it out, that type of thing. We'd appreciate that. We're always on the lookout for new games, new indie games, to give them some love out there and help spread the word about them. And one of our newest social platforms is Discord. If you want to join in on that, we got links in all the show notes that you can go on there and join the community, post what your projects are. If you have questions, it's a very open community. It's really cool, fun. I love seeing all you guys help each other out there. And if you like what we're doing and feel like you want to support us, we appreciate it if you visit us at patreon.com/indieinvasion. You don't have to, but we would appreciate it. And if you feel like you want some merch, there's another way you can support us. Put a hat or a shirt on your back, or maybe you just want a coffee mug or a sticker. We got that stuff on Redbubble/people/indie-invasion. Really cool stuff in there. And if you want something crazy, they even got shower curtains. So, but yeah, that's all I have for you guys. And I usually try to do something on Tuesdays for the hobby too. It's been a little crazy lately, but until next time, you guys, while you're out there painting and getting your shelf of opportunity, see, I went back, shelf of opportunity done and off your painting table and on the game table. Prepare yourself for the invasion. We'll talk to you guys